Well, g'day tubes, how's she hanging? I'm pretty good here. We're starting today's video in the house, as you can see. I got a big apology to Ezra and Ethan. Hopefully I said your name right. Ezra or Ezra? Ezra and Ethan. Sorry, if I said your name right, I'm really sorry. But anyways, they sent me a package a while ago, and I had it kind of set aside to do a video on it for them, a little video thing for them, and I totally forgot about it. My bad. I am so incredibly sorry. So anyways, we got it here today because he reminded me about it the other day. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot all about that. But anyways, they sent me a little letter and a nice little box of stuff. So let's have a read of the letter here. Oh, they even sent pictures so I know who they are. That's a good idea, actually, sending pictures of who you are, because I can read a letter, but, you know, and then see, like, your channel names and stuff, but I still really don't know who you are, right? So, anyways, they are saying, Dear Bill, my name is Ezra, and if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I think that's right. Ezra? Or Ezra? Ezra. It must be Ezra. I'm sorry if it's wrong, if I said it wrong. My friend's name is Ethan. I think I got that one right. And we love watching your videos. We sit down every day and watch you. We take information, I think he says there, from your vids for projects later down the road. Our favorite video is the one that you put to GoPro in the Sandblaster. GoPro in the Sandblaster. That actually wasn't the one that went in the Sandblaster. I got a separate case for that one. Oop, and a battery apparently. This GoPro has the one with the hole drilled in the side so I can run my microphone through for my motorcycle stuff. I'm thinking that won't be very good in the Sandblaster with a hole in the side, so I went and got another one, sort of cheesier, different kind of one. And this one has the replaceable front scraper-y off thingies on it, whatever you call them, protective lens thing. So that's the one they got just for that. But anyways, Sandblaster, we thought you deliver the videos, so we deliver something back, like maple syrup. Oh yeah, buddy, she's still here. I know you tapped your trees, but maybe my maple syrup is different. Actually, it's quite a bit darker than the stuff I get here. I'll show you in a sec though. So hope you like the toys and the jar of syrup. I hope you write back. From Ezra and Ethan. Okay, and there's his channel, and I guess maybe Ethan doesn't have one, I don't know. So there he is. He actually cut out this thing. That's perfect. And what do we got in here? Sent me a bunch of stuff. Look at this. This is freaking awesome. Look at that, buddy. She's still like perfect, and it sat there for a little while. So that's awesome. And he sent me I imagine this is for Dilly, this stuff. A little dirt bike. That's kind of sweet, actually. I might keep that for myself. That's a Jeep. Little Jeep. Sweet. And rock of some sort. I'm not very good at rocky stuff, but it's a pretty nice color. The odd time I actually, not shiny and smooth like that, but the odd time I pick out nice colored rocks out of when I'm digging back here, it's amazing kind of what comes out. And this stuff I'm not really too sure. It looks like balloonies. Yellow. I guess, I don't know what you do with it. Is it a gum or something? It should say on it if it's a food thing. Not a gum. Do not chew or swallow. Not for children under 6. Contains polyvinyl acetate, ethanol acetate, plastic fortifiers with certified colors. I can still read that. That's good for a guy my age. So it looks like this guy's blowing it with like gum, but that's a little bit, you know, I don't know. Let me know what you do with that. And he also sent another thing here too. I think this was in this package too. Kind of sort of looks like me, except he's got hair. I kind of don't, so. That's sweet. Thanks guys for sending that in. That's still looking pretty freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to brew up some sweet pancakes and try it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I did go out and buy a Hero 4 last night. It is absolutely retarded, pardon my expression as using that as an expression, but stupidly expensive, and I don't really know why. It must be freaking really good. Like $700 freaking dollars, if you can believe that, for this thing in Canada. It's ridiculous. you think for that price, at least they give you an extra battery pack, and maybe, a couple of these kind of mount thingies or something. There'll be a few in here, but just freaking ridiculous, like $6.99 for that. It's just stupid. So maybe later today, after our project today, we'll we'll do an opening. But from over the years, well, actually there's some of the lens shields. I'll show you those quick here. I can't really show you too much, but they're little plastic things that's sticky on one side, and it's got stickers on both sides, and you got to do step one and peel off the mask and then stick it onto the lens and then peel off the other one. 90% of the time I end up sticking it to myself, but anyways, that's actually not a GoPro accessory. That was for my other case, my LifeProof case for running your Deweys. I got various mounts, handlebar mounts. They didn't really work too well. These little mounts that end up screwing up, but I did get another. What did I do with that stuff? I got a sheet of this 3M stuff, the stuff like that comes on it, that's really nice and sticky and gooey, kind of like this sort of stuff. That's the sheet of stuff there. I redid this one, I guess. And then you just peel her off again and use her again, which kind of works good. And just some different backs and stuff, a whole bunch of these things for, they change the direction of where things mount. But I've always had problems with, anything, no, there's none left of here. I've always had problems with these things. There's one right there, for instance. These stupid little ear tabs keep breaking off, so I got them on Amazon there. I ordered a whole whack more of them. They're not officially GoPro ones, but so far they've worked pretty good. And yeah, so I got a whole whack of them. But there should be maybe one or two more in that package, hopefully too. So maybe we'll open that a bit later though. But anyways, we got a little project to do today. Well, just before we head her down, we're just gonna show you this new refrigerator we had to get. Our other one kind of packed her in, that was it. Samsung seems to be all these big TV maker people are making stuff like this now. LG, man, there's a bunch of them to choose from, but we had to kind of go with only a certain model because we had to get be able to fit through our door frames here, which are 30-inch. And this one's right on 30-inch, so I had to tear some stuff apart to get it through. But anyways, so she's one of these double-acting door opener thingies. And it's pretty sweet. It's got, I haven't plugged it in yet, because I'll explain that in a sec. Adjustable shelves. It's got, your crisper Deweys. And down here it's got an extra little Dewey, drawer Dewey. Pretty cool. All your controls are up there. I haven't, it's got an ice thing in it too, but I don't think we're going to hook it up. Our water's probably not the greatest here for that. It'll probably bung the system up real quick. Plus they give you an ice machine, but they don't give you like the filtery stuff and stuff you're supposed to install with it. So this is a freezer here, way underneath. That box here, that's your ice maker thing. Like I say, I don't think we're going to use it. We don't generally use much ice, so looks like a washing machine in here. That's your freezer. Bottom mount freezer. That's kind of different. They all seem to be kind of going like that now, but yeah, there we go. Samsung. So the only reason I haven't plugged her in yet and got her going is I had it laid down in the trailer coming home, and they say you gotta wait 24 hours before you plug it in, so everything gets a chance to settle kind of where it hopefully should go back. All the fluids in the compressor and all that oil and stuff in there, right? So she's probably fine now, but better wait, I guess. Alrighty, well, this is our project for today. This project looks like it's already done. Well, my father-in-law got this for, I guess, a Christmas gift from somebody, and he's a little shorter than I am, and he says it needs to be 2 inches shorter. So, it feels like metal. Actually, that hurt a lot. Ow. I should be able to shorten this for him a little bit. Now, I don't know exactly which end I'm going to shorten, but I'm thinking up under the seat here, so maybe it would kind of hide a little more. If it should come out all right, but you never know. So I don't know who made this, but she's definitely got some long bolts in her that bolt down the seat down. This is an old tractor seat, but for me it's okay. I can sit on it and feels pretty good to me, but he wants her a bit shorter, so okay. 2 inches, he says. So we got to get the top part off, I guess, here. And it looks like a Phillips screwdriver, and oh boy, I don't know what size of nut those are. Maybe looks like a 10 mil, so pretty small. So let's grab some tools and see if we can get this off. And I guess what I would do is, well, I don't know yet. Let's get this off first. Yeah, I don't really know much about this thing. I seen it there when we went for Christmas, so well, they're not very tight. Oh. They're probably not tightened down really at all. Maybe I need a wrench. I don't. Ah, they're all loose. Okay then. Well, there you go. Now, if I got really crafty, which I could, but I don't have the supplies here, I don't believe. He actually made himself. He's pretty handy with, wow, there's missing washers and everything on here. He's pretty handy with making the wood stuff, and he made himself a stool, and I made him the little pedestal-y kind of thingy that his stooly thing was sitting on. Sort of kind of like this. It was more like a piano stool kind of thing, kind of bench, but it had a 3/4 inch rod and some big nuts that went through the metal. Oh, something fell off there. Went through the metal bits, and it was kind of adjustable. So, you know, I could kind of do something like that for him, but I don't know whether he'd want like that or not. I think he wants solid, right? So, wow, already I can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Something doesn't look squarish there to me. It looks like it's really low in this front corner here. Yeah, so 2 inches off. Now I could just chop it, take that 2 inches out, weld this piece back on, all around. That might look kind of chintzy. I think to make things easy though, I'm going to take off this bottom too. And none of these are tight either. Maybe the thing come in pieces and he had to put it together. I don't really know. So he might not have tightened things down, but I'll have to make sure I put the right bolts back on the right spot, because we don't want to be sitting on a bolt thing, right? So that one's a little tighter. And you're probably not even looking. Oh, me and my camera things lately. I don't know. Sorry. This one's not quite as tight. There, now she's loose. They kind of put the washers on wrong here too. They put the lock washer on first and then the flat washer on top of that. It's supposed to be the other way around. And not supposed to crush against the lock washer, not the flat washer. So he might have put it together. I don't know. He just kind of dropped off. He said, "Can you make this 2 inches shorter?" I'm like, "Yep, probably could." Okay, so we better get a little something to put those things in, or I'm going to probably lose them. What I need is to get myself is one of those sweet little magnetic trays. That would be pretty sweet and awesome. But usually I use like a paint. Hang on a sec here. One of these spray paint can lid kind of thingies. They'll sort of work just to hold all the dewies. Very small dewies too, I must say. Okay, so those can go wire. Doesn't seem like it's... No, it wasn't welded squarely either with each plate. I know my bench isn't perfect here, but... yeah, one of them's... You can see it just by looking down there even. I don't know if I can show you guys this, but you can see the difference there, right? One's cockeyed a little bit. Which you just have to sit a little more to the right. Now, how to unweld this. I wish we had a machine that would unweld stuff for us, but I might be able to use my grinder, a little die grindery guy on that. Let me grab her. Let me grab them. Zing, 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 zing. Yeah, that might get most of her. It's going to take me a few minutes to get. Yeah, that'll work. Try not to cut into the plate too much and just more, you know, cutting out the welds. I think I totally missed you again there. Mostly. Let me move you back a bit and then I won't have to worry about it so much. I like to get you closer into the action here, you know, but sometimes you can't. Okay, so we need some of these. We will need some ear dewies. The air is, oops, my bad, still on. At least it wasn't running when it come down. So yeah, we're going to need some air, I guess, here. Now what I was actually thinking of doing, and I could, actually, yeah, I don't know. It might be easier to do it that way. Actually, it might be easier to do it this way, I'm thinking, is just cut my 2 inches off, make a new plate. It's probably 3 by 3, almost 3. 3 and an eighth. By 3 and an eighth by 1/8 inch thick. Well, it's too bad I got some 4x4s and 3/8 inch thick. Did I say that was 3/8 inches? That's not 3/8 inches, it's 1/8. 1/8 inch thick. You know what? That might work. I'm gonna just look around and see if I got a piece of that stuff that's, you know, maybe already that width. Give me a sec here. That might be a little easier than trying to grind all this off again. Well, I got this stuff here, but this stuff that was used on this stuff is a little wider. It's like a 3 1/8, where this is a 3, a little less than 3 actually. So that would work. It would just make the holes really close to the edge, which I don't think is a good thing. I still got lock washers in here. They're like a countersunk hole. Clear, so yeah, that, you know, I could make a plate out of that. Be awful close to the edge, I think, though, so I don't think that would work. I have to get other stuff. I'm gonna look around just a little bit more. You know what I did find, though? Don't ask me what I was thinking. Remember the other day I got a bunch of this pipe. This pipe for doing on the buckets. I was digging over here, I found this stuff, which I think I got. Was it for this bucket or? I don't know, I got it for something, but that's what I wanted to use, and for some reason I went and got a chunk of that smaller stuff. Like I said, something else I was thinking of, and that's the way we ended up. So, oh well, should work. Anyways, I'm gonna look around just a little more, see what else I can dig up here. No, I'm not finding anything that's gonna be wide enough, so we'll have to reuse these ones, I guess. But I think what I'm gonna do is mark off the 2 inches here. Layer, and what I'm going to do is try to cut it with my saw. Is that going to work? Might work. I might be able to cut right down the edge, somewhere there, and then I can just pop this off and then grind it flat instead of trying to cut all the welds off, because I don't think that would work too well. And then I can just grind it smooth. And do her kind of that way, I think. So we'll get you here, and hopefully I can swingle this in here. I don't know if this is going to really work or not. Oh, you dirty rotten thing. It's not exactly going to work how I want, so I'm going to have to figure out something here. Hang on. Okay, so what I'm going to try is I just got her kind of suspended in the holder guy thingy here. There's nothing underneath there, but I got her pinched down here pretty good. Now it's probably not going to cut square, but that's okay because when I put it back in and cut the actual 2" off, it'll cut her square. So that's just going to basically cut my plate off here. So here we go. Hopefully get on my fingers when I come out of here. And I put my safety glasses dewies on. Good idea. So she's good and tight. Should hold it. Here we go. Maybe. Oh. Let's check something. Make sure I got the right side here that I marked. No, see, I didn't. Oh, my bad. See, good thing I checked it. Okay. Here we go again. Let's go. Okay, there's our plate. That's a little better. I can just grind that smooth and off there now. And now we'll get them in position. So what had happened there is I got the saw down so far because I was lazy and didn't unwrap that. And my cord, and it got stuck underneath. Okay, so that mark there, if we cut on your side of it, like, I don't think it's got to be a, you know, rocket scientist thing, but he wants 2 inches shorter, so. Okay, let's cut off this 2". That'll be 2" minus this, so this will actually be a little bit less. Yeah, so I'm 1 inch and 7, yeah, 1 7/8 inches there. So, okay, let's cut that off. This should hopefully stay square now. Okay. Hopefully that's squarish. So there's our 1 7/8 inches plus the little bit of weld there for 2. And I just got to get that cleaned off of there now. I don't know what the best way I want to do that. Kind of wish I had a vise on this bench over here now. I could have done her that way, but anyways, that's good. So that'll shorten her. Hang on. There we go. Shorten her 2". I'm going to go back on this drill bit while we're looking at it here. See, this would have gone in a great big frickin' huge lathe, I would imagine. Whoa. This thing would have probably stayed stationary while the other end went, you know, turned. So this thing's freaking huge. It's really heavy, and this thing would drill you a hole that would be about 2.5 inch wide. Now I found that. I can't exactly remember, but I think it was at one of the tractor shows I went to. I found that thing. So yeah, but anyways, I got to get this ground off. And whoop. Hello. How am I going to grind this off, boys? A nice grinding. I got my big grinder thing, but I don't really have anything to hold it. anything to hold it right here. I got my vise over here, but wooden bench and stuff. Well, wooden here too, but you know, it's a lot more wooden over there that could possibly catch something on fire. So, well, I don't know. I don't know how I want to grind that off. I don't know. It's funny. I think they had... Oh, maybe not. I was kind of sort of wondering if they had maybe installed these wrong because the countersink's on that side, but no, I guess that was right. So, for some reason I got a memory shortage here and I can't think of how the heck I want to grind this off. Mostly because I really got nothing to kind of hold it as I'm grinding it. You know, I gotta, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just go at it with, this is kind of really meant for grinding though. This little thing. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use here. Hang on a sec. Okay, hopefully she don't go whipping off the bench. Because I just currently don't know how to secure this down to do this. Oh, actually, you know what I do? What am I thinking? This might work. Hang on. Okay, so let me see if you're in position here now. Probably not. Okay, we're going to back up just a hair. Stay, camera. Okay. So the sparks should go towards my step, which is fine. There's a couple of papers here that might catch fire. We'll get rid of those. I'm going to secure this thing down. Exactly where and how. Alright, just had a complete memory failure, so hopefully I didn't lose too much. But anyways, if I did, we're working today on this stool. My father-in-law's. Now I'm going to just have to I'll put it slowly back together here first. This was a stool that it sat on like this. Okay, there's a plate, blah blah blah, that's the stool there. And yeah, I don't know how much, if I lost any data. The memory card seemed to be screwy, so but anyways, he wanted her 2 inches shorter, so we're just shortening it a little bit. We've already cut her. Hopefully we still got that stuff. Cut her and shortened it. Now I'm just working on the grinding here to grind off the welds, and I was just about to start this segment, and then my card screwed up. So we're going to grind this off and get her fit back to that pipe and weld her back together. So here we go. Hopefully this is going to work. Should. Don't want to hit that too much, but here we go. Yeah, what I was going to do is do a fast, speedy maybe of this, so it shouldn't take too long, but anyways, here we go. Okay, there's our plate. She's probably a little bit warm, I'm imagining. It's gonna be a little warm. And it's kind of blistered a bit of the paint off the back, so I'll probably throw that in the sandblaster. It's gonna probably need to be repainted. I think that's just sort of a flat, blackish sort of stuff. I don't know. It's a little different. Flat black with like some brown in it or something. Not too sure how they finished it. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's the antique look, I guess. Okay, so now how do I get this welded back squarely? That I'm not sure of yet. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, well, actually, you know what? It really doesn't matter if it is not square, because the bottom won't matter where you sit anyways, because you'll just adjust the chair, your chair, to be, you know, square, right? So if this is not square, well, you just turn your chair a bit, right? So it doesn't really matter a whole lot. I'm going to try to get her squarish. How exactly, I don't know. But I've got to, I think, grind this a bit off here so it'll weld a little bit better to it. So I'll get that cleaned off. Okay, we're gonna try this here, and I guess I probably got to turn my welder down a little bit. Somewhere probably around the 1/8 inch area. Hopefully this thing kind of stays where we can plunk her. I'm gonna do some tack welding here and see if I like it after. See, I also got to have room for my clamp too, right? So we'll just fire on a tack here. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, I just totally messed it up. See, I got nowhere to clamp here too, so I'm going to have to clean this off a little more on the side here so I have somewhere for the clamp to go. Okay, let's try this again. Trying to keep her somewhat straight too. I'm going to double check my measurements. 1 1/4. So if all three of them are good, I presume the last one's good too. Not supposed to do that, but sound like I had gas there, but there is gas there. I don't know why I'm welding this. It smells like old lady perfume. Okay, so let's see how. That's pretty good. It's better than it was. And I got her quite a square cut on there than they had, so that's better again. Now, I don't think I'm going to get. I'm going to have to do a round, I guess, and then do around the other side. So I'm not going to film that though, because it is actually really hard on the sensor on the camera. So I'll get her welded and I'll show you after. Ah, she's on fire! Ooh, that's hot stuff. Not whatchamacallit though, it's not charcoal, and we'll say. we go. Piece welded. Sweet. Oh, this is the first you'll ever see BILLSTMAXX do. Ready? No, I wasn't inhaling. I'm blowing it out. Come on now. Oh, it sounds like an old burning lady now. Oh, I don't know. There must be something smelly stuff sprinkled on it or something, but woo! She's still burning a hole, so I better put her off the edge, but I got to get a little brush now and sweep her. No, I wasn't inhaling it. Come on now. Look at that. I don't confuse myself inhaling foreign products and plant material into myself. I just inhale welding fumes. Yay! So I'll take all this paint off of here that's basically melting now, up until where it's not melting. I even got the plate on the right side. That would be the worst time now to think, oh crap, I welded it out wrong. I don't think it really matters. Beautiful. Still smoking. So I'm going to let her cool a bit there. Whew, that was smoky. And let her cool a bit, and then I'm going to maybe contact him and see if he wants it painted a different something, or maybe just flat black again, or what. And I guess we'll throw her into the sandblast cabinet. See, this looks like flat black on the bottom. And here it's like got some brown in it or something. Burgundy or something. I'm thinking, I don't know. You know that hammered finished stuff? It looked kind of neat on there, and then on the spindle maybe. And then, I don't know, maybe something else on the seat. Maybe hammered too, I don't know. I don't know. I have to call and ask, but really I don't have to do too much like right now, but if I redid the whole thing, I'd have to redo the whole thing, right? So yeah, I'll get a contact and I'm gonna see if he wants to change the color or anything, because I don't know if I could get that, whatever they used again. Alrighty, well, while I'm waiting for that to cool and get a verification if we're gonna repaint it or not, or just flat black the bottom here or something. Cause that's all I got. I don't have this, whatever it is, finished they got on here, which wasn't much. Wasn't much. I parked the tractor in here, the backhoe, a little different the other day because I had a check, pardon me, a check of the hydraulic fluid in it, and it was down quite a bit. And it's a frickin' nightmare to get into it here. I'll show you. To check it, you can see the filler right here. Well, that's not much fun. I got a special bottle that it's got a wobbly nozzle on it that I can down into there. But just inside here, it's actually behind the bar here, down there is where the checker is. And it's in a frickin' horrible spot. Let me just grab a towel. I want a checker here again, because I put like 2 liters in it the other day. It might have been a bit too much, but yeah. So, see if I can get in here. That's it, wire. I'm just going to wipe her clean. And this thing sometimes loses a bit of fluid when I'm hooking the, say the snowplow on the front or something. Oh, I'm really nervous because remember last February we had this thing away. There's a guy works on tractors. He's worked on them for like 47 years or something. He had it up there and he changed all the hydraulic fluid in it. And it says right on the stick here, this is what I use, but use low vis high guard. That's what I use whenever I do anything with hydraulic stuff here. But anyways, he filled her back and changed the filters. There's apparently one, you have to take the backhoe off. And there's one of the cleanable ones right in the back of the case that I never really actually done. He says, oh, that one was pretty bad. And I kind of never really sort of knew it was there maybe. I knew my small one had it, but I didn't really look at this one too close because, you can't, right? I always do it with the backhoe still on, and how the frig do you see it in there? So, or no, this one might be on the side, underneath on the side. I can't remember it anyways. And then there's a couple of inspection plates too. But he had it apart and cleaned those cleanable screens, re-put them back in, replaced them, and filled her back up. But I know for a fact that he did not use this low vis high guard. He used probably something like a bucket of it from like TSC, because the only reason I could tell is it smelled different. Where my hydraulic fluid that I normally use for this doesn't smell oily, if you know what I mean. This stuff he put in here, it's like, well, it smells like burnt oil. Like, like not burnt oil, but it smells a lot different. So, anyways. If I can find the hole here again. Checker. Okay, let's check this thing here. I just had a quick visitor stop there, so I had to talk to him. But anyways, she should be good. Yeah, she's up pretty good now. I don't know if you can kind of see that level too well, but there, she's up to the top hatchy mark. So, but yeah, it smells. It doesn't smell right. Now it's not smelling quite as bad because I put I think since I've had her back, I put actually about 3 liters into it now. Which isn't a lot when it's like, 20 gallon or something this thing holds. It's 20 or 25 gallon, I can't remember now, something like that. But yeah, so we're good now, we're good. The other day, just while I'm thinking about it, the other day I hooked on my salt spreader onto this thing. And make sure I'm not zoomed into my nose balls. There we go. I had the spreader hooked onto this thing the other day, not to use it, but to clean it. Then I'll just run it over to the office, hook on the hose, cleaner. Didn't work too well. The thing was frozen. So today it's, oh, maybe there's my paint job. Nope. Hang on a sec here. So the other day, yeah, I thought I'd take it over and, wash it out because it's got a bit of salt residue on it and stuff. I kind of want to get that off. So, yeah, I went over and hooked the line up and I'm like, oh, frozen. That's not good. I guess I turned it off, but I didn't drain out the hose, like, the little piece that comes through the wall. So on the inside of my wall over there is the shut off. And normally I'd open up the tap outside and then it would just kind of, and then it'd be good, but I forgot to do that the other day. So today, right now, it is warmish. And I think it maybe, hopefully, will thaw out. Oh, what do we got? Oh, I gotta wait for the stupid app to fire up. Look at some nice pictures. Okay, there we go. So it's 1 degree right now. I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's supposed to be 2 degrees this afternoon. So, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but anyways, I might go over and try it and see if we can get her to out, and then if it's not, hopefully not busted open and leaking in the wall somewhere, because I think you'd hear that when you pressurize it. Because there's some wicked pressure right there, let me tell you, because it's about 3 inches away from the frickin' tank. So, but anyways, I'm going to run over and maybe try that and see if we can get that to work. So yeah, there's my dirty hand and my little SD card that seems to be screwing up. It might just need a format. They are making these things way too small. My fingers, you know, because I've touched a lot of hot things and burnt myself and, you know, whatever, I have a hard time feeling really small stuff like this now. So it's like, oh man, it's a bit, they're too small. I like the other ones better. Okay, so we got a little washroom in this facility here, and this is a water system. This actually is the one that feeds our house too. So if I turn this on, oh, that's a good sound. It's working now. So out here should be pouring outside here. And apparently it is. Sweet. Okay. Now hopefully it'll hold back the pressure and not leak all inside. Let's go back inside and see if we can hear anything going. Hear the pumps running, but should click off soon. Come on now. Come on now. I think it's running. Maybe I'll shut that off for a second. Ooh, that didn't sound good. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Now this isn't actually the line that feeds our house. This just goes out to the outside. And what goes outside, you know, on the tap, I hook on the hose, runs over beside the building here to the main water for the cemetery. So this actually does run the whole cemetery, but we've got a separate line coming. Crap, what is that? I can't remember now. Somewhere down below, downstairs, it runs another line out to our house. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go hook that thing up, and we're gonna go hook her up, and I guess I'll just leave this door open for a minute. I'll be back in a sec anyways. We'll go hook her up and wash her out. I won't film that though, because water and cameras don't kind of generally mix too well. And I'll get her cleaned out. Alright, let's fire it up! Oh yeah! Hopefully that clears my door. It did before. Yeah. Alrighty. Weird backing her out, let me tell you. Oh. Must have been resting on my little bucket up there. I'll have to fix that after. Anyways, we're gonna hook her up here. Now, like I say, I won't film the washer now. That'd be kind of boring anyway. Just gonna run a bunch of water through it to wash all the salty crap out and spray everything off. That down. My hose is here. I was looking for it. I'm like, oh, I bet you I left it in the bucket. Okay. Oh yeah. pressure washing almost. Most of the crap's on the inside though that I want to get rid of. Anyways, I'm gonna have to, yeah, it's splashing me pretty good here, so hang on. That works pretty good. It's even better when it's not frozen. Well, this being galvanized, it probably wouldn't do much, but I don't think it would take long. It would probably eat through that too. So we'll give her lots of washing here. Now, where I'm shooting right now, that drive shaft above is just regular metal. So it would rust up pretty quick. I'll have to grease that again. Okay, I'm going to go around behind. I won't film that though here. Hang on a sec. Okay, now to properly do this, I should have done this the other day. Turn that off first. Come on out here. And then open this tap. Should have used my own advice, I guess, eh? And that should drain out a little bit. That froze in my wall there. I'm amazed it didn't burst that. Wow, I'm lucky. Whew. There we go. Look at that. I should have, you know, obeyed my own sign. Oh well, live and learn. Okay, I got her greased, just so you know I did. She's greased. Okay, we have clearance to paint. And this is the kind of stuff we're gonna do. They had this or like a matty one. I'm gonna make it a little shiny. Shiny is nice, and you can see the kind of hammered-y kind of finish on it. That should be awesome. Now, I used some stuff from that mailbox we made a while back, and I did a little spray sample here of that kind of sort of stuff. It needs a little more on there, but anyways, that is the stuff. So, right now, I got to do some cleaning and sandblasting, and I'm not gonna give her this, you know. I don't know whether I'll do the bottom too much. Probably not. I'll try to just leave that as the black, maybe. And we'll get her cleaned up and get her repainted. Hopefully I can get her done today, and go from there. Same thing with under here. I probably won't paint under there. Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But my sandblaster is needing a new plastic thing. Well, you can't see it because of my coat. Need a new plastic thing, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can here without replacing it, because it's a real pain in the you know what. Got to tear the whole thing apart, and it sucks. So. But anyways, I'll get her cleaned up. I probably won't film the sandblasting because you can't really see much, because I can't see much. So, and I didn't bring my sandblasting GoPro with me today. So, but anyways, I'll get her cleaned up. Then we'll start laying on some of this crap. Okay, we got things sandblasted up pretty good. This stuff was actually pretty good. It was on there really nice. Dust. Just kind of clean it up a little bit more. This thing sucked. Sandblasting this, it was horrible. Some places say I missed, but 98% of it's good, so. Okay. Get that up out of the way. Now these things, paint cans, are weird. They're not traditional, and apparently there's some lock and slide thing. This little red guy I got to push up out of the way. I guess that locks it so you can't spray it in the store. Okay. Sort of makes sense, I guess. So we'll get mixing a bit of that up. We'll get you in a comfortably kind of position here, hopefully. Way up like that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put you on the other side. So I put you there. The air is going to get sucked through there with the fan and coat you in frickin' stuff. So we'll put you about there. Now I'm going to clean up my bench a bit here, because there's probably going to be a little bit of overspray. Okay, we got the door jacked open. We're going to give this a bit more shaking. We'll turn the fan on here. Definitely different. I don't know. See if I can get used to it. And want something to be able to spin this. That might work. Okay, so this is a forged hammer, paint and primer all in one, all surface, any angle, fast drying, rust prevented, wood, metal, plastic, masonry. Brushed amber. Burnished amber, sorry. Burnished. Well, the pressure in the can doesn't feel right. There's a lot of weird surfaces to try to get this too. Can't say I like it. I mean the sprayer. Okay, we'll push that one off to the side for now. We'll get the seat, I guess, over here. And let me think. I'm just going to do a couple of light coats on the back side here. I do like the any angle thing though. That's kind of neat. Okay, we'll let that sit. Pretty well. Hardens. I wouldn't say it's dry. Okay, we'll bring this one back over. The reason I'm doing this upside down like this first is when it's dry enough, I can flip it over and then rotate it around. And if I get a couple little scratches on here, it's not going to really matter so much, but along the rim of your buttonhole thing holder there, you get a couple of scratches in there as if I painted it backwards. That would suck. Okay, that should be good for that. I'm going to get that tacked on up. I'm going to maybe do a little bit more on this guy. It's not really hammering the way I thought. Maybe it's got to dry a bit first. I don't know. Sit, let her harden up a little bit, and hopefully we're all good. Well, we're just working a little bit on the bucket while we're waiting for that paint to sort of harden up there a bit, and I'm just filling in some more welds. I've done the dunk 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 along here. I'll let this cool off a little bit, and then I'll do some more to it, you know, and get her solid all the way across eventually. The bottom plate I finished now. It's all solid. I'm going to go to work now on these ones, here, and maybe a little bit under these things here too, because I haven't really got anything except the outside on the pipe there, so I should get something on it. But I do want to make those brackets sometime for this thing too, and that'll help her with the supporting, you know, between these two guys here, and shouldn't move after that, I wouldn't think, because there's a lot of strength on the sides. And it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker, stronger, stronger, stronger to the other side, right? So if I put supports in the middle, it'll be strong, 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 strong. It'll be a lot better. So, but anyways, I'm just going to work on that, waiting for that paint to dry up, and then hopefully I can get maybe another coat or 9 on it or something. We'll see what happens. Okay, I do believe that's good. I don't really want to heat her up too much more. I got to do maybe a little bit more on the front, scraping edge dewy, but everything in behind's all done. I know you probably can't see that, it's too dark in there, but she's all a little warm, so you don't want to get it too warpy, you know. She's so far so good, so yeah, I think everything's going to be good there. I don't know if I can do much more on the back, because I'm going to put supports in, right? So she's a bit too hot now to be messing about with supports, and probably going to do some of them paper cutouts so I can get the right angles. Basically cut a 4-inch piece out, put her down, and I can fold it. I can bend the paper to the angle this way and then the angle this way. Get the rough angle and cut her out, you know, of the paper, and then cut her out of steel. I think I'm going to use maybe the same 3/8 stuff there, 4-inch. That should give lots of support from top to bottom. And I know some of you said jacking this up, straightening it out, but you know what, she's heat warped now. I don't know if that would work. You'd end up buckling the bottom here probably, and then you'd have a big bow in the bottom. As far as I know right now, she's pretty darn straight, I'd say. It's hard to sort of focus on anything there, but there, she's pretty good. So I don't want to mess with jacking her at all, but that doesn't really bother me, that little bend. If it was more than that, you know, I'd probably have to cut up that whole back piece and redo it. I got pieces I could have maybe done one out of that sheet left there, or there's one in behind. I could have made a new one and then been a little more, you know, easily welding them things on, but I think she'll work. I just tried it on the floor here. You can see like the scrape mark. Maybe started right over there, and then I scraped back, and it seemed to stay pretty level. So it's level in here. You know, if the machine's not level, it's not going to scrape level. So that's going to be the downfall of that. You're going to have to wiggle yourself until your machine gets, you know, with the tracks, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle until it kind of one side gets level or whatever, and go from there. That's the trouble with these wide buckets. You'll never get her perfectly level. So, but anyways, there we go. So I don't really have anything to try this thing on right now except snow. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Snow is disappearing sort of quite quickly here. I guess I got a pile up there I could dig in and try it. It's been raining all freaking day here. You guys that are getting hammered down in the south, everything is totally backwards this year. Normally we've got snow and you guys are getting rain down there. Well, you guys are getting snow and we getting rain. So I don't know what's going on, but it has definitely been a weird winter. So how's this project looking? This is probably going to be a bit dampy still. That one's getting pretty good. I can almost flip it over and do that other side. These ones are still a little bit tacky, so I'm going to... Okay, I'd like to get this one painted so I could maybe assemble it again tomorrow. Reassemble it. So let's get painting this one up. And this stuff surprisingly doesn't really have a lot of overspray, which I thought was alright. Hopefully 2 inches is enough for them. What does that actually the directions say on this? Light coats or holy cow? I don't know if I can read it that small. It's got crap on it. Let me just kind of read this here. Shake can vigorously remove red spray, blah blah, for best results. Lay a object horizontal on a flat surface. Hold can 20-30 centimeters, 8 to 12 inches from surface using a steady back and forth motion. Apply one heavy, even coat at moderate speed. Well, there you go. Spraying continuously over the project. Dry and recoat times. Dries and to touch in 30 minutes. To handle in 1 hour and fully dry in 24 hours. Apply a second coat 30 minutes to 2 hours after applying first coat. Okay, so that's good. That's about what I did with those. Well, I could probably do another one yet, which I might. But it says heavy coat. It said right on there. I'm going to read it again so you guys hear it. Okay, on upright and steady back and forth motion, apply one heavy coat, even coat to at moderate speed. So I guess they want it to kind of goo up real good. Maybe that's the secret behind this stuff. You don't want to go too thick though, because you'll get runs. Hardly any overspray, really. There's a little bit of a mist here, but it's really not too bad for as much as I'm loading on her here. Okay, I don't know if I want to go much thicker than that, but I do want to load some more onto this guy, I think, because this is kind of sort of the centerpiece of it, right? Okay, you can't get much heavier than that. I'm not going to do that spindle again, I don't think. Yeah, maybe I will. Okay, that's probably good. Hopefully that doesn't start running on me. I'm going to have to sandblast it off and redo it. Might as well try to finish up this can. I think I'll load a bit more onto this guy. That's about it. Okay. In the garbage you go, another dead soldier. That's not very nice to say, actually, is it? Really? Since I've buried a lot of soldiers here myself. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for this one for a little bit longer. I'll find something to do for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll come back and spray him again. I'll have to use a bit of that can, I guess, and then that'll be it. We'll assemble her up tomorrow, I guess. Well, anyways, we're sitting in the old car. The old Buick. I don't know, I'm gonna have to get rid of her one of these days, I guess. I just gotta get the crap cleaned out of her. And yeah, but I've had the solar panel in here trying to charge the battery. Usually it does, but I think the battery must be screwed in this thing because it's not taking any charge. Either out of the panel's not doing its thing or something. Just got her up here, you know, she should be getting lots of sun, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I'll probably just clean her up, get rid of her, scrap her. It's not worth scrap or worth nothing right now, but still need to get rid of it. So, anyways. She's going somewhere again. She must have forgot something in the car. But anyways, I'm just waiting for the guy that come yesterday to give me quotes on these doors. Apparently he's got the quote ready, so I'm like, ooh, okay. And of course we just had to run to Walmart because Dylan broke his arm on his glasses, so we had to get that repaired for him. And the guy calls when I'm over there. I'm like, gonna be a few minutes. He's like, okay, that's all right, I gotta go to Zayres anyways. Zayres is the shop and groceries. Gotta go there anyway, so he's like, okay, I'll meet you there in a bit. Okay. So I called two guys. The other guy never called back at all, so he might be SOL because, you know, this guy comes through with what I think is a fairly decent quote. I might tell him right now, go ahead. Let's get him freaking done. Get at her. So hopefully it's not like 3 weeks to get the doors in. It shouldn't kind of be. I think they probably would have them kind of ready-made for whatever size was needed. And then he might be 1 or 2 days to get them ordered in or have to go down to the city, wherever he gets them from to pick them up. And be kind of sweet maybe to have new doors by the end of the week. And ones I don't have to put on because that sucked too in the one at the garage. Well, with not a square thing, and I didn't really know how to do it when it wasn't perfectly square down in the garage between the blocks. It didn't come out too well because it's been all winter. It's never jammed or, you know, rubbed weird or gone out of square, so it's good. But it was just a real pain in the rear end to get her square. So, but yeah, I'm just waiting in the car for this guy. It's a little sort of better than outside. It's freaking windy today. Holy crap. But I don't know if I'm going to have time to open that GoPro or not today. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow first thing or something, and then we'll keep that for tomorrow because by the time I see this guy, I'm going to have to really get this rendered and get her up. Sorry, is so. But anyways, that's it for today. Poor old car. It probably would start if it had battery, but I don't have the key either, so that doesn't help. And this thing is weird. If you don't have a battery and you put the key in and turn it, it stays locked in. There is a little button that's buried underneath the little thing here, which actually I hogged a little hole out because we had it happen one time. And we didn't know the battery is dead. So you put the thing in, nothing, but then you can't turn your key out again. You can't get your key out. I was like, wow, really? So there is a little button buried under here, under the little console-y thing here. I can't remember, it's somewhere here, but I hogged a hole out so I could push the little button to release the key. It's buried otherwise. It's like, really? How are you supposed to get your key out then? So, but anyways, waiting. We'll catch you tomorrow. I guess I'll end her here for today. Probably more than enough. Holy cow, kind of went a little crazy. But anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow we'll hopefully be able to reassemble that thing. It might need to wait till afternoon, like maybe this time tomorrow, which is about 4 o'clock, 4:30 right now. It's gotta be more than that. It's gonna be almost 5 o'clock. maybe around 3 tomorrow we'll see if we can reassemble it. I could probably get it reassembled and then just let it sit, let it harden up like that. I should be able to touch it, but to actually be hard, it's going to need a little bit more, like 24-hour drying time. So probably by 3 o'clock tomorrow to be fine. And I think, I can't remember what the can said, it was like touch, move in an hour or something. So that's good. Dries pretty quick. But yeah, so anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching. I'm going to hopefully format my SD card here and maybe hopefully get it working again, because right now I'm recording to the memory on the camera, which it doesn't have a whole lot. I've got an hour and 41 minutes left, so that's not too bad. But yeah, anyways, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you tomorrow. And what else are we going to do tomorrow? Put that thing together. Maybe start working on those brackets for that bucket. Wouldn't mind trying that thing out, you know. It's going to be awesome, I think. If I can get her done before the snow melts. It may not happen, so. But anyways, we'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks again for watching. That's 3 times. Thanks again for watching. And we'll work on that stool tomorrow. Oh yeah, check this crap out. Frickin' nice. She's going. She's going. Oh yeah. Got light. That's pretty sweet. There's a casting bit left over there. There we go.